Nope, nothing. Nothing that I would like.
Thanks for telling us we went live.
Huh?
Oh yeah, I did, but I was muted. Hello everybody. How are you all? Welcome.
This is a
Um
deep focus. Holy shit.
hey everybody. Looks like I have to adjust our background here really quick. That's gonna take me a quick moment, but while we're doing that, if y'all wouldn't mind just kinda introducing yourself. We've got Dawn, Jenna, and Michaela here, and I would love to if you could introduce yourself as you and then as your characters, that would be fantastic. Thank you.
Okay, just going in the order she listed, I'll start. Hi, I'm Don, pronouns he, him. Tonight, I will be playing. Almost mangled that up. Krieg Frog Crusher, level 3 Kobold Swashbuckler, deckhand, who is very excited to explore the city of Ekalophia and what it offers our humble little adventuring party.
Uh, Hi, I'm Jenna. She, her. Um, I will also be playing Krieg Fall Crusher today, and
Okay.
I'm excited to have a sword and be a lizard.
Who are you playing?
I'm playing Li Shijia, the Fate Witch, half elf woman, and also I'm yes, Krieg Fall Crusher. That I'm also playing. I will be playing two characters today.
Really? Okay.
Yes.
It's good to know. Just as the GM. Go ahead, Michaela.
Hello, I am Michaela, she, her. I play Sogatha, the halfling Dampier. Actually, I explained what a halfling Dampier was to somebody at work the other day, and they pointed out that technically that would just make me a quarterling. Uh, so quarterling sorceress.
There's a name for it.
No, there's not. It's not real. So she's pretty jazzed today to head into town. She does love the jungle, but she also likes people. So excited to get some things done and hopefully get some supplies and maybe earn some money.
Beautiful. Thank you. My name is Emma. I am the game master for this game. We are playing some Pathfinder 2nd Edition. I am the network director, game master for Greatest Guardians Gaming Network, and I am also playing the role of Remy, our witch boy, who has recently picked up a scythe. We'll see how that goes. And yeah, I'm very excited to explore the city of Ekalophia, see what happens, as if I don't know where this general story might go. But no, I don't. I don't fully know because y'all always take the story to really interesting places. So I'm excited to see. To all of our listeners, welcome. Hi, I hope you're doing fantastic. We're going to go ahead and play some Pathfinder. What's going on?
I really wanted you to say I am also playing Krieg Fall Crusher.
I am also playing Fig Frog Crusher. I'm also playing Krieg Frog Crusher.
I almost said Frig Cog Crusher, which sounds like a gnome name.
I'm playing Fig Fall Crusher, whose head is a fig.
I'm playing Fish Rog Flusher. I don't know. Okay, we're done. Yeah.
I like bits at my expense.
Yeah.
Love you, Dawn.
Yeah, I love you. What are we doing today, Emma?
We're gonna start with some music. Well, that's pretty loud. Okay. You arrive in Ekalophia. Those of you who are watching our stream, you can see that right now we're looking at a map of all of Sagagesa, which is the continent that is filled with jungle. It is entirely a jungle continent, and there are small lakes here and there, some large lakes, some small lakes all across, rivers that kind of weave in and out of the landscape, a couple marshes. It's a very lively and actually very magical location on the planet of Galesrian. Currently, our heroes have been working from Baikisi up to now Ekalophia, and they've recently jumped on board the Bonito with Captain Gandry, and they have moored or anchored near the city of Ekalophia. I think you all had some goals of things to look for, things to hopefully find when you arrive in the city. And as you peer out, it's about 8:30 p.m. As you peer out over the city, you see these candlelit windows that are situated in these small little homes that kind of move up or are placed up a jungled hill in steps, almost. Think of Greece, but filled with jungle. And looking out over the city, it's quite beautiful. Everything is green and covered in life, and there are also it's very clearly a large city that's built into the wildlife rather than the wildlife have been taken down for the city. So I would like to know, what would you like to do in Ekalophia? You're currently on the Bonito.
I took inventory of everything on the boat.
Yes, you did.
How much money does the Bonita have?
Ooh. Why am I have to move Remy? The Bonito has, gosh, I think you would need to speak with the first officer, or the first mate.
Oh, the catfolk woman.
Yes.
Okay. Where is she? It's 8 p.m. Is she asleep?
Give me a perception check. See if you can find her.
Perception. 7.
Fast forward time about an hour. It takes you an hour to find her. It's about 9:30 p.m. You're walking around the ship and you think you spot her, and then maybe you get distracted by some inventory that you're trying to make sure was cataloged. Maybe you run into Quiver or you run into Jackson. Maybe you finally have a conversation with, what was the name of the individual you were trying to
Lucas?
Lucas?
Fucking.
I heard you were looking for me.
Well, you're several hours late, my dear. I was looking for you. Would you happen to know what funds the Bonito has?
Oh, that's out of my hands.
I see. Do you have my puppy?
And Puppy kind of follows him and returns to you.
I watch it struggle up the steps that are too high for it.
Yep.
And then I summon it back into my hand as a fan.
Mm-hmm.
That's all right, I suppose. Are you beginning to take your shift?
I am.
When does your shift end?
Oh, I believe I'm probably off around, I would say midnight or so.
What do you Your shift is 4 hours?
Well, my first shift for the night is 4 hours.
When's your second shift?
Oh, I guess whenever they need me.
What do you look out for during your shift in these 4 hours?
Well, they never told me. They just told me look for something out of the ordinary. But,
What
not-
constitutes out of the ordinary for you? I'm fascinated.
Can I get back to you on that?
No, I'd like to know now.
Well, I'm not entirely sure. I guess I'm looking for any sea monsters or any sort of land that is coming close, but we are anchored, and so I don't know if I could. I'm not entirely sure.
Is this guy okay? I see. Do you have any protocol that you would do once you saw this sea monster?
Well, I'd wake everybody up.
Do you know what the sea monster looks like?
No, definitely not.
So, would you know when to wake everyone up?
Oh, I suppose whenever the sea monster came out of the water.
But you don't know what it looks like.
No.
How do you know you haven't seen a sea monster?
Well, I think I'd know it if I saw one.
Would you?
I would think so.
Good day to you.
Good day. It's night, but good day.
Good day to you. I just wanted to know if you knew what he was doing.
After this conversation, after a little while passes, you eventually do find this catfolk woman who is the first mate.
Could I bring Craig with me?
Yeah.
I would have brought you because you would know what the ships need. You are muted, Dawn.
Get it together, Dawn. I'm just kidding. Thank you for being a part of the show. I apologize. I'm sorry.
Thank you for being part of the show, Dawn. We appreciate you so much. Dawn, you're the best.
Don't leave us, please.
Show me muted. Am I still muted?
No.
You're good.
No, you're here.
I didn't show the little red thing. So yes, we did talk last session about Craig helping to do that. So yeah, he would be following along after. Looks to Lishija. That Lucas guy didn't have much to say, did he? He wasn't very helpful at all.
Not in particular. I feel like there's not very many things to see from 9 to 12 p.m. It's a very short watch.
I'm surprised it's only 4 hours as well. He gets a break, sure, yeah, but he was sleeping all day, it seemed.
Certainly.
Give me a lore sailing check, Crick. Actually, you don't need a check for this. You would know that, like, sometimes watch is just pointless. Like, oftentimes watch just has the importance of, if something crazy happens, then someone's at least able to alert everybody.
And Craig will know that and say, they were camping in those woods for a very long time, and as mundane as Night Watch is, it's got to be nice to be back in the crow's nest. Maybe just likes to feel the salt. Is it a salty sea that we're in?
This
are we in a
would
freshwater
be-
sea?
It's a lake, technically.
It is a
We
lake.
are in a lake,
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah.
I would say it's probably freshwater because the water's running down from the Kinderon Mountains.
Wow,
Yeah.
we're in Lake Michigan, y'all.
We have Sogafa, not Michaela. We have Sogafa for that.
Also, to be clear, the watch would have taken place. There would be about 2 people on watch for the first 4 hours, and they would be on the main deck. Nobody would be up in the crow nest unless you're actually under sail power.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, maybe he just likes the not compartmentalization. I don't know if Craig really knows that kind of speak, but like the act of routine of being on a watch. It's got to be better than ducking around trees and dodging those jaguars that are after us.
Was Lucas human?
Catfolk.
Lucas is I believe we said catfolk, yeah? Okay.
Okay, he was a catfolk.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay.
Or was he Knoll?
You didn't specify to me who was Lucas.
I have
Okay.
catfolk as Lucas.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you.
Quiver is rabbit folk. Jackson is catfolk. The captain is Knoll.
There was a Noel in the bunk in like his cabin sleeping. He had like a Noel roommate for sure.
Yeah, that sounds right. But yeah, you got an inventory to show the captain? Are you gonna use that to earn us some coin? I say us because I helped.
Yes, us. We do need permission, considering that this is not our vessel nor our materials, and it would be rude to just take things.
Yes, rude. Yep. And they're former pirates. They may actually chop off our hands.
I highly doubt they do the sort. Not all of them, at least.
I don't think I could take them all. So maybe we just take whatever they offer us and use it. I could always perform on the streets. I have this, and he pulls out just a very elaborate fantasy conch shell and does a little.
Oh, I recall you using this during the party.
Yep.
Well, keep that in mind. We'll have to see how hard we'll have to work, depending on how much funds this ship has. I highly doubt we'll have that many, but considering all of the items it has on board and how the captain was so generous in offering them to us, perhaps they'd be willing to part with a bit more.
Yes, of course. And the repairs they're going to need to make is going to cost. So yeah, you're doing them a service, and that service should go to the people that helped you.
It's good to see that we're on the same page. Let's find Kara, shall we?
Oh, hello. How may I help you?
Good evening, Miss Kara. I'm here to discuss with you the inventory and findings I found in the ship, and discuss with you potentially a means of funding its venture further into the Twisted Wilds. Was that what it called? Whispering Woods. There we go.
Whispering Marshes, yeah.
Whispering Marshes. There we go.
She flicks her tail, and
Could you give another physical description of her? You did. She was so badass.
Yeah.
Described last time. I want to.
Absolutely. Thank you. Yeah, she's a catfolk woman. I believe I said she wears a bandana over her head. She has her ears poke out of her bandana, and she's wearing kind of a crop top with a sarong, I think is the name that we went with, and sandals. Then her tail kind of her tail is pierced with ring piercings that look to be gold, and she has multiple piercings along her tail, and they kind of jingle as she moves her tail, and so she flicks her tail, and it kind of jingles, and she turns her attention to you and greets you, and then she looks at you, Lishigia, and then looks straight ahead as if she's looking out into the distance, and says, "Thank you for taking care of the inventory. We appreciate your hard work with that. It's something a quartermaster, is that the right? Something a quartermaster might do. We appreciate your time. What is it exactly that you are looking for in this moment?"
Well, after taking stock of this ship and its condition and all of its contents, my companion and I thought it would be best to consult you on potential repairs and upkeep for the ship. Though it is in working condition now, we are concerned that should we continue forward towards the Whispering Marshes, while it is a beautiful ship, its current condition would be insufficient. Considering all of that, we wanted to inquire if the Bonito was in possession of any funds, or if, barring that, if there were any items that you were willing to part with in order to attain these funds.
She gives a guttural growl for a moment, gives you a serious look, and says, "My ship is insufficient to you." And then she hops up on the rail over the poop deck, looking out over the ocean. And she begins kind of walking along the rail. She turns back to you and says, "I agree. The ship needs work. We have limited funds. We simply took what we had after our last mission in Flaybrush, and we left. We didn't restock. We didn't go back for more gold from the human kingdoms who were assisting our efforts. We simply left. And when we left, we never replenished. So what we have is sufficient, I would think, but just so. I would need someone responsible to spend the money wisely. Do you feel you are up to this task?"
Can I get like a quick insight to her standing on the not literally standing, but her social standing on the ship?
Mm-hmm.
What would that be?
Perception, I think, against, I think just general perception, yeah.
10.
She's high up there. You would say that from how you've seen her interact and how you've seen others interact with her, there's a healthy amount of fear that others have in regard to her. But there's also a great deal of respect that accompanies that, as if she's proven herself. Other than that, I don't think you really understand kind of her hierarchical position, at least in terms of social standing, because hierarchically she's second in command.
Yeah.
But I don't know if you can get anything beyond that with the 10. Yeah.
That's fair.
Could I, as a fellow waters person?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay.
Are
Would you be
tempting-
able to do lore sailing for this?
Yeah,
No,
absolutely.
yeah, okay.
Yeah, you could.
Lore sailing. Let me move the chat out of the way so I can see my proficiencies. Okay, lore sailing is a +6 because we leveled up.
Oh yeah.
Oh, that's
Hey.
20. 20
Hey!
Very nice.
Yeah, fits.
So you get the sense that while hey Goblin Cave TV, thanks for raiding. While you have an understanding that she is the second in command on the ship, She is almost definitely the decision maker, whether that is by outright just making the decisions or influencing Gandry's decisions. She is someone who has a great deal of power in how the ship runs, probably more so than Gandry does. Gandry is equally as important in a different way, because Gandry is respected by his efforts and by his name and by how much he cares for the crew. But she is respected because of ability. She is respected because of her, because of her capability as a leader.
So, Craig hasn't been like disrespectful to really anyone, but like seeing her in her element, commanding, Craig's going to be like maybe Lishija, who's traveled with Craig for a fair bit by now, can see that he shuffles from the little scamp to a little more of a respectful body language. It says, it's very good to be traveling with another crew. I'm used to ocean travel myself, but seeing how you freshwater, I'm so childish. I'm trying to avoid the word semen. I'm an idiot. How you waterfarers in the freshlands do, it's encouraging. You've been camped out in the forest for so long that you snap right back to it. It's astonishing how well you're running the ship. And I'm kind of smooth talking her, but like not really seeking anything out of it. Just kind of Craig is trying to convey a higher level of respect than he might have previously shown so far.
Give me a...
He's brown nosing, is what he's saying.
I wouldn't say that.
Give me a diplomacy check. I wanna see how well you do with this. Give me a diplomacy check.
I do notice this and see this happening, but like I'm trying to like suss out all of the different options, and respect is definitely up there. Can I perceive if Craig is attracted to her?
Sure.
I got a 12 on diplomacy, by the way.
12? You, young kobold, you've seen the sea. You've sailed the sea. Where are you from?
My family and I comes from Dervsbury.
In the Sleesift Islands.
Exactly, yep.
That's another story, but I'm glad to have you aboard the Bonito.
It's a remarkable ship. It stood the test of time. I'm looking forward to helping in aiding its return to former glory. And he's just like very like animated, like, yep, just happy to help.
Cool.
Ma'am, don't kill me.
Well, why don't you, if you would like, I would be more than honored to be able to handle your financial monetary affairs. Of course, I will double check with you considering that this is your ship. Any potential plans we have in the future. But perhaps since you're both seamen, of course, perhaps you guys should discuss more.
I'm a child.
You seem to have a lot in common. Craig, I will not be needing assistance in any of my calculations, so perhaps you should talk with Carrie here more about the ship.
Yeah, of course. Happy to do it. Yep.
What was your name, human?
I'm Li Shijia.
Li Shijia. I'm willing to trust you. You've seemed capable so far. We currently have 750 gold aboard the Bonito.
Is this in liquid funds or?
This is in hard gold.
Yeah, it's gonna be coins, Lishija. You can't trade it. water.
Do you think
This isn't
that?
in a desert climate, I could see, using liquid as a form of currency, but it's coins. Come on.
Yes, you're right.
Either way, Li Shijia, you see, we have 750 gold. I would be able to part with 400 of that gold today, considering it goes toward new sails, new netting, structural improvements for our vessel. However, I'm not certain that I could authorize anything more at the time. Perhaps rations, something to support the crew while we are away, but 400 gold is my limit. And I'm happy to provide that with you in the morning, if you choose to go into the city and purchase what you need for our inventory. I might suggest taking the sails with you as well. I will make sure to have a crew of people carry them out with you. We can roll them up, we can make sure they're available, so that if anything... If anyone is able to repair any of those sails, we start with that first. Please be as... frugal? Please be as frugal as possible with the gold as you can be.
Thank you for your trust in me in this matter. I'll collect the gold in the morning. I need to do a few calculations for now.
Okay. Y'all give me about 2 minutes. Go ahead and interact in character. I'm gonna step away for a sec. All is well, but I need to go check on my cat really quick.
Cool.
Got it.
So
Great.
Lucas, no, yeah, go.
Oh, Sagafa, do you want to come here?
Yeah, I was just gonna say we were going to go to Sagafa to compare notes.
Did Lucas? He went to start his watch, right?
Yeah. Were you gonna go bother him?
No, that means that he's my replacement in the crow's nest.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my god, how long were you in the crow's nest? Like 12 hours?
All
Like,
day.
you guys doing
All day.
tour?
You could not get me out of that crow's nest. It was too freeing up there.
Oh my goodness. We go look
so I
for you
guess-
downstairs and we can't find you. It was like, where has she
Jump
been?
ship.
We didn't leave her behind, did we?
No, I think I would have remembered not talking to her.
I have her marked here as a passenger, but I do not see her. Did she fall off?
No one shouted, Dampier overboard, or Halfling overboard. Last time I saw her, she was sitting up on the crow's nest with, Quiver.
I look up.
I'm climbing down the ropes. Just this tiny little flower-covered figure.
Sagafa.
Oh, hey guys. Hey,
Yeah.
how was your day?
We thought you fell overboard.
No, oh my gosh. I was way up there all day. It was so gorgeous. I think I'm sunburnt. But it was lovely. There was so much wind and there was so much
Really?
forest, and you really should go up there sometime if you get the chance. It is just delightful. They wouldn't let me do that when I was just a passenger traveling to Sagagisa, so I had to take advantage.
Forgive me if this is rude. May I see your sunburn, considering you're not...
Yeah, well, I don't know how, I think it's mostly just on the back of my neck.
Oh! Is it
It's just a little
purple?
stingy back there. I mean, here, you look at it. You tell me. I can't see it. Is it purple?
The color is different than I would expect.
What? Well, what
Does it
color
hurt?
is it? Does it look unhealthy? Am I gonna die?
You tell me.
Bright sunlight is very dangerous to my people, you know.
It doesn't seem to be infected in any way, if that was your question.
Oh, okay, good. I was,
Unless-
I didn't think about it until I got back down here.
Unless you're amenable to parasites, to which I'm sorry that it's not.
Oh, no, the last parasites we dealt with really kind of creeped me out. I don't think I want to deal with those anymore if we can avoid it.
Oh, I see.
So what did you guys found out anything about, we're going into town, or is that what we're doing? Is that why we stopped here?
Yes. We were going shopping. But first we need to discuss what we need to purchase. So, Kara was kind enough to offer 400 gold in funds for the ship.
Oh my god, I don't think I've ever seen 400 gold. Like at one time?
At one time.
If it's too heavy, we could always put it in the cauldron.
I look at my itty bitty cauldron. Does it look like it'd be strong enough to hold 400 gold?
Probably 200.
More gold than I expected it to hold.
Yeah.
I haven't, I grew up in a rural area, but every time I've gone into town, I've gotten the impression that just walking around with a cauldron full of gold probably would not be the safest thing to do. Magical or not. I'm just saying, there are thieves out there, and they're not nice.
That is a good point.
Um,
We
I-
also don't know, going to town, the going rates here.
I think one thing that Kara would also have mentioned to you is that the gold that you can bring with you, it's kind of.
Is it old?
No.
Is it flay brush gold?
So no, the gold is all good. It's just that it would need to be like you'd need to make a deal before they would bring the gold to you, or before they would. Yeah. So like there
A
needs
deal
to be
with Kara or a deal with
the vendor.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like go get a quote and then
Yeah.
come back for the cash.
Remy.
Oh yeah. Hey, what's up? Hey, how's it going?
Remy,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
I gave you a gift for during the ceremony. Did you happen to keep it?
Oh,
I know
yeah.
we lost many things. I don't know if you were able to keep the gift I gave you.
Remind me what the gift is, Jenna.
I haven't. I don't think I told what it is, but it is an abacus.
Oh, I think he kind of like rifles through his pack and pulls it out. And it's like, oh yeah, that's this, right?
Yes, very good, perfect. So, as a witch, you have very many powers concerning things beyond this world. However, to apply those to the best of its ability, you have to be concerned of the things within that world. And of those things, it's the sciences, it is the arts, it is the literature, and for this particular situation, and I tap the abacus with the edge of my fan, it is mathematics. So to use this, I start teaching him how to use the abacus, and then as we are calculating things, I have him basically use it like a calculator, so he learns how to count.
Okay. Let's do an intelligence check.
Can I like aid him also?
Yeah.
Because if he gets something wrong, I will correct him.
Yeah, absolutely. All right. That's gonna be.
Gosh, what's the thing for aid again?
I remember Starfinder better. If you roll a 10, you get a +2.
We'll go with that for now. Let's make a note to look that up later. If anybody in the chat knows the aiding
Oh,
rules,
boy. Here we
DC
go.
20 for +1. Okay, thank you.
Thanks, Sean.
Thank you.
Is this society? Is this intelligence? Is this
This is gonna be a straight intelligence roll.
goodness?
So it takes Remy a little bit with a 12.
Can Stogafa be watching intently because her mom definitely never had an abacus? It's very fancy.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Oh, and
She
a
wants to
crit.
learn math too.
Oh, that was almost a 20, but it's only a 6.
Okay. So Remy kind of. Oh, I think I get it. Yeah, you just like move this thing over here and this one over here, and then that's when it's like minus, and then that's when it's plus, and um, he like
This
got
is the
most of it
tens,
correct. Yeah, yeah,
hundreds,
yeah.
thousands.
And he kind of gets it.
Okay.
Yeah. Um, are we all kind of settling down for the night after this?
Yeah.
Okay.
I asked Craig to
Uh,
help me make a priority list on what we need to buy.
Okay. As everything kind of calms down for the night, the city quiets down. A lot of the candles in the windows go out, and the ship becomes quiet. Dinner is served. Everyone is able to eat and get to sleep. Okay, it's not comfortable, but it's doable. And wake up the next morning at sunrise and see that everything is active. People are taking small rowboats to shore or to the docks. And Kara has your gold ready. She says, when you've made a deal, come back, let me know, and we'll transport the gold with you.
Cool. We have to go buy things. I cast Restyle on myself, so I changed my outfit. So right now it's like the split color red and navy, which is a little ostentatious, and I changed it to something that has a lot of creams and pastels and conveys I am free of worldly desires.
Okay. Nice.
That outfit's really speaking to me, Lishija. I like it a lot.
Sagafa, anything on your mind going into Ekalophia?
I think going into town, Sogafa is thinking a lot about what our friend notes. The merfolk Fumaji Nyota said to us, or said to me about how people in Sagagesa are cool. So I think she's going to take a deep breath and keep her face covering. It's not really a mask, but her face covering down as they go into town. But I think she's so focused on that, she's not even thinking about anything else.
That's awesome. Okay. Krieg, anything on your mind specifically as you go into town?
Walking behind Sogafa, he looks at the sunbird and he thinks, if Shaija was still here, she could soothe that, and he's just like kind of kicking himself for not being more prepared. He's familiar with sunburn from being up in the crow's nest all day. But other than that, no, he's just excited to see a new city, excited to do some shopping, and excited to just explore a little bit. New world, new area. Oh, being told my audio's low.
That's a lot better, yeah.
Cool. Sorry about that. I was fiddling with things earlier. So yeah, just eager, ready, and he's not walking around with his hand on his sword, but last night's mention of thieves, he's ready to cut a person if they try and rob us.
Okay.
I forgot to mention, I definitely have my staff as like a walking stick going into town.
Okay. You take a small boat out to the docks. And as you're rowing, or as I would imagine, someone from the crew is rowing you out with the intention of, we can pick you up later, or we can hang out on the docks, whatever you prefer. And it's lively. I mean, you're rowing your boat. People are out there shouting at each other, "Hey, how are you? Good morning." "Oh, good morning to you too." They're having it's an active morning. There's a lot going on, and people are fishing, people are trading things on the water. And as you approach the docks, you have a dock worker kind of tie your boat up and help you onto the platform. And you're able to work your way into town.
Is Remy with us?
Remy is with you. And working your way into town is very similar. Things are starting to wake up. It's probably only about 7 in the morning on the 5th of Glimmer.
Is it still a holy day, or was that on the 1st of the month?
That would be, I believe, the 1st of the month.
Okay.
Yeah. It's about 7 in the morning on the 5th of Glimmer. And walking around, there's a marketplace near the docks. Everybody give me a perception check. Perception, society,
Oh.
14.
okay. Really anything that you'd like to use to try and notice different things in the city?
I rolled oh, sorry, go on.
No, go ahead.
I rolled perception. Could I add society onto that instead?
Yeah.
Sick.
Krig is so focused on purse snatchers that he can't see the forest for the trees.
Okay. Just a moment. I want to make sure you can see this map.
But you really look like you're focusing a lot on purses. You better cool it. People are going to think you're a thief.
Oh, sorry. He's a small boy, so small guy. He's
Oh, they're rated. Purses are rated.
That is nice.
Yeah.
Looks like you're just trying to avoid like being hit.
Yeah. So like, puts his hand over his eyes a little bit, like ducks down, but he's still like watching feet. He'll mess up someone's ankle if they get too close.
28 society.
Yeah. You see... Can you all see this image that's on Foundry?
It's amazing.
Yes.
Yeah, this is a Pathfinder image. I believe it's from the Mwangi Expanse book. And I figured it fit well for Ekalophia. Everything you see related to trade is very lively. And there's clearly lots of business being done in the city. The marketplace is booming with business. And it also seems as if the society is very insular. Like there aren't, I don't know if insular is quite the right word, but there aren't many travelers here. Like most people who are here seem to live here. They seem to be locals. Everybody or almost everybody is wearing head wraps. They seem to have lighter skin, which would be different from what you've noticed in general in Sagagesa, is that most people seem to have darker skin. However, here in Ekalophia, it seems as if maybe they might have different ancestors. The head wraps that they wear are very ornately done. It seems to be a point of pride for many people, is how they decorate and how they wear their head wraps and what style of head wrap they wear. They also appear to have a very strong sense of community. You also notice that there is a wolf statue that is in the center of the plaza that leads toward the docks.
Wasn't a wolf a symbol of the Rangers?
Give me a society check or you could do religion check for this as well.
Sorry, Craig. I interrupted you again.
Nope, you're fine. All good. I was just going to ask, population-wise, is it more human than others? More of
It's
a breakdown that way?
It seems to be mostly human, with many other Anadi individuals.
Ooh, okay.
Spider folk.
So these are the spider folk. So the Anadi individuals span anywhere from literally in their spider form when they are like transformed into their Anadi like spider form, all the way up to human looking, and then anywhere in between. And so there's a lot of Anadi will transform into something more humanoid so that they can interact with humans a little bit more easily. And many of them look like they're human, except they also have spider features.
So we'd be able to tell a humanoid, a human-ish Anadi from a human.
In some cases, yes. In some cases, no.
Cool.
Yeah, and so there are some humans who you look at very well maybe Anadi. And there are some Anadi you look at, you'll be like, okay, that looks like they're the height of a human, they have the bipedal stance of a human, but they look like a spider. And then you also have the Anadi that are in their full spider form that are just kind of walking around the city.
What size are they in spider form?
I believe they're small. Yeah. And
I love them.
Yeah, they're kind of scurrying around.
They are amazing.
They're really cute. They look like jumping spiders. I wish I had an image ready. I'll see if I can pull one up next week for session. But they really are really cool. So it's human mostly, and then some Anadi folk as well.
I rolled a 15 on that. Is this wolf a symbol of the Rangers check? I also, on top of that, would like to roll like a basic society check. Like, what's the polite thing to do here?
The wolf is definitely not a symbol of the Rangers.
Okay.
It seems to have much more significance than that. It seems to be a centerpiece of this city in a way, or at least of the docks. And it seems to be more... It doesn't seem to be a symbol of a group. It seems to be a symbol of someone they look up to. Or something they look up to. In terms of what the polite thing to do is, you would actually think these people are quite welcoming. So politeness isn't necessarily, or fitting in with social norms isn't necessarily as important as it might be in other societies. Do you think that people are just happy to meet anybody or talk to anybody?
Are these the type of people who respect you more if you haggle with them, or do they not care?
What's your society check?
27.
I think there is a... Looking around, you see different people behind these, like, vendor tables, and they seem to be having, like, a little bit of a joyous interaction out of, like, haggling prices down a little bit. So someone will be like, 60 gold. I think 50 would be better. Oh, 50. Let's make it 55. How does that work? 50. I think that's wonderful. Let's do 55, and then they part ways. So they seem to have fun with haggling things down. Yeah. It's like a little game that they play. Like they're trying to get what they can out of someone, but at the same time they're also respecting boundaries. Yeah.
I do tell that to Craig and Sogatha, just in case.
I love a good haggle. Oh, this is great. Bargains are the name of the game, my friends. Can I look around and see what stalls we have nearby? Or can
Absolutely, yeah.
we do a lap or something to see if we can find anything that appeals to us?
So near the docks, there's a lot of fishing goods for sale,
Yeah.
whether they are fish themselves or nets, or like spears to use to hunt for fish. There are also fish for sale. There do also seem to be like various like like a farmer's market, vegetables and fruits, all for sale as well. And then as you look around further, I think you would notice that there are also a great deal of textiles, clothing, cloth, different types of weaved goods, blankets, head wraps. It seems as if the clothing that these people wear is deeply important to them, and that they take pride in producing those goods as well for others. So mostly you're looking at fishing goods, and clothing of some sort.
Kind of going off of earlier when I asked if there was the fantasy species ancestry makeup of it. Is everyone for wearing head wraps, or is there like only humans, more Inati, or is it just
Give me perception.
sure?
How's Remy looking?
He's in awe. He's never seen this city. He's looking around. I mean, there's so many people. Even Baikisi's not like this. Baikisi is smaller. Baikisi's less thematic, I guess. Like there's clearly there's a commonality between the people who live here, and that's not the case in Baikisi. Baikisi's kind of this, just anybody can be there. He looks in awe. He's very excited to be walking around, and he's
14.
not hiding it. Oh, 14. Anadi do not seem to be wearing head wraps. The humans do.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Okay.
I liked the lap idea.
Want to do a lap?
Yeah.
Remy,
Okay.
I think a lap would be good. Remy, come here.
Oh, okay. Yeah. What's up?
I tap his forehead and I cast status on him.
Oh, okay. What's...
You, nothing really happens, but like I tap his forehead and he hears a whistle. As long as you and the target are in the same plane of existence and both alive, I am aware of his present state. I know the target's direction, distance, and any conditions affecting.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, this is like a magical leash for your.
Yeah, just in case. Just in case.
What's the duration on it?
1 day.
Oh, nice.
What did you do, Lucidia? What happened?
I'm just keeping track of you, just in case. We're in a new place, so I would like to know where you all at all times.
Fine, okay. I think another thing you would notice as you do a lap is that there are a lot of trinkets being sold with like little dolls and little dream catcher type things. I don't know if it would specifically be a dream catcher. I don't really know much about dream catchers, so I don't want to speak too much on them, but
woven fibers.
Yeah, things that are
Webs.
trinkety and well, dream catchers are not just trinkety to people who make them, but the way that they're being sold in this market is a little bit trinkety, and a lot of the things that they are selling seem to be pointed at keeping the Fae away. And so you might hear a woman hold something up, and she might say, "Oh, get your doll to keep the Fae away." And little things like that. So that would be something that you notice as well. Anybody feel free to give me a society check.
We're not the only newcomers here, right? This is a port.
There are other newcomers, absolutely. But I mean, most people here seem to be locals.
25 society.
I got an 8, and it makes sense because Krieg is also he's looking around in awe, but his awe is tempered with a blade. So he's kind of on the lookout. Are people carrying these Fey wards around like upon their person, or are they like kind of like stowed away?
Some are, actually, and many children are.
Okay. Fascinated. Don, that's awesome.
Lucia, do you want me to resolve that society check?
Yes, please.
Okay.
Also, real quick, I feel like maybe the word you wanted was a talisman, so woven talismans.
Thank you. That is exactly what I was looking for. Yeah. So, Ekalophia historically, and as you see everything here, a few things start to click in your mind, and the teachings that you had as you were growing up in the human kingdoms, I think you would have learned a bit about the ancestors of Ekalophia. Historically, this is a city of human migrants who were accepted into Sagagesa around 500 years ago, after the Fae reclaimed the land of their original home. So they actually lived in Yotris. Their ancestors were from Yotris, and those ancestors had a city there on the edge of the ancient expanse, which is a massive forest that is filled with divine magic. Unfortunately, near the city was a Fae portal. And around the time that the ancient, or the Ekalophians were living there, the Fae exited the portal and reclaimed the land that they once had. And unfortunately, the city was part of that land. And so the Fae basically said, nope, this is ours now. And at that time, the human kingdoms were not a safe place to go.
Mm-hmm.
It was more dangerous to go into the ancient expanse. And so this group of people resolved to, instead of move deeper into the divine ancient expanse or move into these dangerous human kingdoms, they packed everything up and they set sail for a new home. Ekalophia, meaning new beginning in an ancient dialect of their language, became something they were searching for. And they eventually sailed their way to Sagagesa, up Lake Kinderon, or up into Lake Kinderon, and then established this home where they were welcomed by the Anadi locals. The nearby Anadi tribes accepted them as refugees and worked to build a society together. Legend also states that the original migrants were guided by Idite, minor deity of community, believed to be an older black wolf with gray and blue markings across their back. The legend refers to Idite's guidance as the Great Crossing, during which the wolf braved the seas and swam alongside the ships of the migrants in order to preserve their community as they traveled together for a new home, braving a challenge that no other wolf had faced before. This feat of strength and perseverance rewarded Idite with goddom, as Iron, deity of friendship, peace, and community, and Adia, goddess of light, life, and perseverance, recognized the incredible gift the wolf had given the community they loved. And so these people in Ekalophia, they worship, or at least respect, Idite, the god of community, because their ancestors 500 years ago were brought together by this wolf who swam alongside them as they sailed from one home to their new beginning.
Was this the deity triangle that had 3 wolves of different colors?
No, I don't believe so.
Okay, that was the different one. Because I saw one of them was like, there's 3 wolves, and one of them's like gray, one's like white, and one's like black. I'm like, ooh, 3 whole wolves.
Nice. Yeah, I don't, it might be the major deity for that. That might be Iron. Yeah.
Okay.
So that's kind of a brief history on Ekalophia. What specifically are you looking for right now?
Sales.
Fails.
That's the first thing on the list, right?
I do recall sales were requested first.
Okay. After a bit, you are able to find some, specifically a boathouse that is near the docks, and they're advertising sail repair as well as the sale of new sails. Yeah.
A sale. That's a once in a lifetime opportunity.
Why are they on sale? I'm suspicious.
Overstack. There's a lot of boathouses over here.
Then they should be in demand, and the prices should be higher, wouldn't they?
I don't know how business markets work. What do I look like to you, an economist?
So,
Okay. Do you go in to check it out?
Yeah.
Yeah, we gotta get a quote.
Yep, gotta get quotes. We want to shop around, shop smart.
Is this the only salesperson?
This is the first that you come across.
Okay.
Okay.
We gotta see what their prices are like.
And as you enter, it's an old woman sitting in a chair with it's a large, almost empty boathouse with a large canvas sail that is kind of just spread out, and she's sewing into the sail little patches. And she looks up and she adjusts her glasses and says, "Oh, a new customer. Welcome. How are you?"
We're doing great on this sunshiny day. How are you? You look like you're hard at work.
Oh, yes, I'm quite well. I just could use a bit more business. It's nice to see someone enter the shop. I've been working on this project for quite some time, and I would love to have a new project as well. What can I help you with?
Oh, well, how long exactly have you been working on that project? Because, if it's just you there, it's gotta take a while to do a big repair, right?
Oh, indeed. Well, I'm afraid my workers have all but quit. The Fae, you know.
No, we don't. We're visitors here. Would you mind explaining to us?
I don't know anything about the Fae. Yeah, what's that all about?
Oh, I'm so sorry. There's well, recently there's been a Fae creature just you know, I mean, disturbing my work, and it's been quite hard to get things done, and as I'm closer to the water than the other sail shops, well, I haven't been able to. Well, this Fae comes out of the water every now and then, and it's quite disruptive. My workers decided to leave because they couldn't work in the environment anymore, and so now it's just me. I'm just working on the sail myself. Although I will say this is more of a personal project than anything else. but yes, I digress. What are you looking for?
Well, we have this, and he brings out the. It's got to be quite the size to be even a nicely folded up sail on a ship of our the Bonito size.
Three guys just like over their shoulder, like walk in,
Yeah, it's like a
toss it on the ground, and walk out.
Replace this, please. But is it not safe for outsiders? I saw people with those, and he like configures his weird clawed hands into the basic shape of what the talismans may look like. Should we perhaps get some of those? Will that protect us?
It couldn't hurt. I mean, the Fae like to cause mischief to us. I mean, we did once steal their land, and so every now and then they like to, anyway, it wouldn't hurt.
Okay. Tell me, we sail from the south, and the lake down there seems to be having a fish shortage. These Fae wouldn't happen to have heard anything about Fae stealing all the fish. Have you?
Well, I don't know. I'm not certain. I'm not a fisher person, but I've heard that the fish are not quite as plentiful as they used to be.
Craig's mystery continues. Okay. Yeah, this it's a modestly sized ship. What would you have in this size? And Craig will rattle off the technical specs that he would know that Don didn't Google before this conversation.
Oh, quite the ship. What an impressive vessel. Well, I have actually some nice new sails if you are looking to buy. I think I could part with them for about 700 gold.
Craig turns to look at Lishija because Craig doesn't have the killer instinct when it comes to interpersonal conversations like that. He'll cut a person, but Lishija's words cut deeper than any of his bladed weapons. So he'll just look up at Lishija and just like hands up, like.
What was the okay? What I would have consulted with Craig with this. It's like, what is where Craig is from? How much is a sail worth? About.
Yeah, probably more than 700 gold.
Is it significantly higher than 700 gold?
Let's say that 700 is about standard for a set of sails. I think that given that you have some sail power already, Kara was probably hoping that you wouldn't have to purchase a full new set. But yeah, I mean, 700 is probably about right.
It is.
So it's a pretty good price. We just don't want to pay it.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Kara did, just to refresh.
Only give us 400.
Yes.
400.
Yes.
Okay.
Goodness gracious. That's quite a lot of craftsmanship for 700 gold. Would you be willing to part with it for, say, around 590?
Oh dear, that's quite the drop in price. These are brand new sails. I spent years making them. 2-3 years maybe that I've been crafting this set. 700 is about what I could do. I believe that, well, maybe you can help me out in another way.
Yeah, I have some experience with sails, so I wouldn't want to rob you of your wonderful craftsmanship, but it's just funds such as they are. Yeah, I'd be happy to use my knowledge or abilities to help make up the cost.
I interrupt Craig. I was like, well, as much as we would love to help you, as such, we are in a bit on a schedule, and unfortunately, we can't tarry here for as long as we would like. We'd be more than happy to listen to whatever your problem is, but of course, considering that we have a whole crew to account for, we cannot make any promises.
Oh, that makes perfect sense. If you cannot purchase a new set of sails, perhaps I can see what I can do with your current sails. Nonetheless, that will take time if I have to patch things up. But what I was going to ask, if you were to stay around for the evening, I wouldn't be surprised if my little Fae friend showed up again, and if you were able to chase them off, I could maybe lower the price for you, because that would mean I could start to recruit some workers again.
Could you explain to us who this Fae friend of yours is and what exactly happened to your previous workers?
And to what extent are we chasing? Like,
Oh,
are we chasing?
Well, it's a Grodare. Have you heard of them before? Give me a... I believe that's gonna be a nature check. Maybe occultism. Let's see.
Let's
I
do
actually have a bonus to that.
Let's do occultism instead.
Yeah.
I gotta make sure that occultism will work.
Okay.
Oh, one of our viewers knows the Grodare.
Oh yeah.
That means it can't be good, because Sean doesn't like nice things. I'm scared now.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, it's nature.
Okay. So then
13.
12 then, if it's just nature.
I
got a 25.
Girl.
Okay, so Krieg and Lishigia, I think you know that the Grodare is a Fae creature, and it is a fish-like creature with tentacles on its underbelly, and it can walk on the ground, but it's much better at swimming than anything else. Sagafa, I think what you would know is that it is considered an amphibious Fae beast. Let's see. Oops. Something you might want to worry about if you ever needed to combat a Grodare is that when it dies, its body explodes in a blast of pressurized water. You definitely want to look out for their jaws and tentacles, and it also has a water jet that it can shoot out at its targets. As it's a Fae, it definitely has some handle on magic, and it can change normal soil, sand, or sediment into mud just by being near it. And lastly, let's see. Oh, this is basically not really something you would need to worry about, but it has an organ of endless water where there's a magical sac on its spine that just pours water constantly.
That's cool.
It is cool. And that is kind of what you would need to know. Yeah. So I think, Sagafa, that's all the information you would get.
Oh, that's all.
Yeah.
Okay. Just its entire creature card. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually I have heard of a Grodare. I can't remember where I learned about it, but they're amphibious, so they're coming up onto your land into your shop. And then so if folks, if we kill it, I gotta say they explode. They explode when they die,
Oh,
but
oh,
they do.
could I ask, is it really necessary that you kill the creature? I believe that the Fae just want to play tricks on us, and that's all. I wouldn't want
Yeah,
any one of them to die.
What?
yeah. I don't really want to kill it and have its body explode anyhow. And they're an important indicator species for the Fae.
Yeah, I just didn't know when you say chase. I've had people ask me to chase people, and it meant something else. So I just wanted to be sure. But no, I can be scary. Do they hate music? And he pulls out his little conch shell and starts.
Oh, I don't
Tootling.
I don't know.
Worth a shot.
Again, could you provide any clarification on what happened to your workers?
Oh well.
Yeah, what kind of tricks has it been pulling?
Oh, it'll show up now and then and just keep people from working, and it will be something that, something that just causes a little bit of havoc in my workshop, and it's not the most productive friend to have around.
Was this something that you witnessed yourself, or was this something your workers told you?
Oh, yes, the Gros d'Air and all of, and yes, we've all seen the Gros d'Air. I mean, just for the past months has been showing up. I suspect that they're from the Fey wilds up in northern Sagagesa, but I'm not really certain.
So they're like the little elves that come in the night and all that. So do you ever see it enter the shop?
Oh, I have, yes.
Where does it come in at?
Well, I just right through the door there. Usually hops out of the water and comes right into my shop and then just tears things down. It's quite frustrating, actually.
Oh yeah, I bet.
And you just let them do it because your ancestors did wrong in the past, and this is just like an arrangement you have.
Oh goodness, no! I would never want the. If I could, I would have the Gros d'Air stay out of my shop. But I mean, I'm not one to prevent a tentacled fish from entering of its own free will.
It's fair.
So what we need to do is make it unappealing to enter this shop for some reason. We don't have to kill it. We just want to ward it off, basically. And I gotta say, I don't think those talismans are doing much for folks because clearly they're still getting Fae up in this
You
market.
hush! Don't you say a word about our talismans.
Oh, I don't.
Wow.
I mean, no offense whatsoever. I believe in the power of belief. And I can appreciate anybody's
Nice save.
comforts. However, I clearly you don't have enough talismans, and I don't know if just they stack or how that
There's like
works.
talismans all over the damn thing. Like everywhere you look, they're just like hanging it from the door, like everything.
So I just think you need something a little bit stronger
Do
in
you
this
think I need
particular
more
case.
talismans?
No,
Oh,
you've
my
got
goodness,
plenty
I'd
of
rather head
talismans.
to the market. Just
That's not what I meant. Oh no. Oh no.
Go ahead. Sorry.
So we've got to set a trap.
Oh well. If you wouldn't mind, I don't mind watching out for looking out for these sales if you want to keep them here. I don't mind inspecting them as well. I can make sure that they are actually unusable, which it seems is your concern. And in the meantime, if you would like to explore or what have you, you're free to do that.
Okay, we've got more shopping to do anyhow, right? Right, you two?
Yep, I have a little list here of a couple things I'd like to buy. I don't have much, but what I need isn't much. But yeah.
Okay. Well, thank you, ma'am.
Oh,
We
can
will
get-
consider doing the Fey task while we shop. I'm looking at Lishija, who looks very upset with me right now.
I don't say anything. I pull
Well,
up my fan. I fan myself. I don't say anything.
We'll await your assessment on our sales.
Oh, okay, very well. Thank you. Give me a perception check as you leave.
Uh, 21 for me.
Wait a second. We need to take these sales and like get them appraised like other sellers, right?
Up to you.
We'll return these later. I have the deckhands who were probably excited to not hold the sale. I have them hold the sale again.
Cool.
Let's go, boys.
They grab the sale. They start walking out of the shop. And as you exit the door...
Wow, we all rolled in the 20s.
Yeah, a 21, a 22, and a 23.
Wow.
That's gonna be our best roll all night.
Yep.
As you
As a group,
exit the door...
I'm looking at you two. It's like, this woman probably started on that sale when she was 7. And now she's what?
Oh my god.
I know. Well, and I realized that I was talking about it like we were gonna go for it, but then I realized that we didn't want to commit right away. We've got to get other quotes.
I don't believe that. I'm sure part of that price is sentimental, considering she takes her 2 years to make a sale. Crick, is that normal? That seems absurd.
It's a bit much, but she doesn't have much help, so maybe it makes sense that she's a little further behind. And she said it was a personal project, so maybe she's making this one special. But I mean, if she's so hard up for sales, you think she'd...
We're not
Yeah.
paying for a personal project, we're paying for a sale. If she wants to add sentimental value onto the price, that's an issue.
As you exit the shop, you notice the deckhands, as they're carrying the sail, walk into the street, and a tentacled fish jumps and grabs one of the sails and tries to continue wandering off with the sail in its mouth. Very
What?
awkwardly.
That's our sale, excuse you.
Excuse me. Hey,
Joke's over. We're
And we're rolling initiative.
not... Okay.
So your perception check was your initiative.
Oh,
Oh,
nice.
nice.
I'm so mad.
Craig, what was yours?
22.
Lucia?
23.
Remy is...
Oh, poor boy.
16. And where's Sagafa? Why is Sagafa not showing up here?
I had a 21.
Huh. Weird. For whatever reason, you are not showing up in the initiative. I'll figure it out as we go on break for the week. But thank you, everybody.
Our sale!
We will
Rude.
call session as this Grodair leaps up, grabs the sail with its mouth, and tries to wander off with it. That is
So rude.
what we're gonna... Yeah, that's what we're gonna end session tonight.
Yay.
It's 10 a.m. We can see
Thank you, everybody, for watching. Thanks for tuning in.
Everyone? Yeah.
Appreciate your time. Hope you have a wonderful night.
Yep. Good night, everyone.
Bye,
See you
everybody.
next week.
The Grodair's going over there.
Nice. That's a good one.